Why doesn't the narcissist believe that you will ever leave? I'm going to explain it in this video, as well as giving you tips on how to actually leave the narcissist in this video. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm an attorney. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert. I have been recognized as one of the top attorneys in the country. I've written 2 best-selling books, Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a Step-by-Step Divorce Guide. I've helped so many people go from lives of drama, trauma, and chaos to step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. And I want to help you do the same thing. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? What other lawyers are over here giving away free advice and tips and resources and all kinds of stuff every single day? And that's what I do. I upload free videos every day on this channel. So make sure that you have subscribed and hit that notification bell. Okay, so why doesn't the narcissist believe that you will ever leave? Well, because they started conditioning you right from the beginning. When they started love bombing you, they love bombed you. They came on super strong. They were very charming and charismatic and personable, and they swept you off your feet. I'm talking about whether it was a business relationship or a personal relationship. I actually found myself in a business relationship with a narcissist, a covert, passive-aggressive narcissist who love bombed me into being in a business partnership. And this was after I had become a very successful attorney and everything else. And I ended up into this relationship with this person. So, you know, you end up in these relationships and you think, how in the hell did I get here? And you end up thinking, oh my gosh, you know, am I going crazy? And you feel paranoid and powerless. And they still, in their delusional mind, even though they're horrible and heinous to you, and they act aggressive or passive aggressive, and they treat you awful, for whatever reason, they don't think you'll leave. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't for a long time, many times. They see that they've gotten away with things. That's how they see that you are a good source of supply from the beginning. Once you're locked in, because, you know, they get you to that point of locking you in very quickly. And that's what happens with narcissists most of the time. You know, whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, they want to get to that next level as quickly as possible, move in together, sign contracts, you know, be in partnership, get married, you know, whatever it is, let's get to that next step as quickly as possible to lock you in. And then you're locked in. And then once they do lock you in, then they start getting cold. You know, it's hot and cold, and they start to ghost you, or they start to not do things that they're supposed to do. You start to see those red flags and you start to question things. And now all of a sudden it's your fault. You're the problem. We talked about that and you agreed. We never talked about that. And now you start to see that they're maybe doing things behind your back and things aren't adding up, and you're starting to question things, and you ask them about things, and now they're projecting, they're deflecting, you're catching them in lies, and all of these things start to happen, yet you stay in the relationship. Even though you're seeing these things happen, they know that you've continued to stay, even though these things are happening. And even though you maybe threaten to leave, you know, sometimes maybe even you do leave or whatever, but you come back and then they future fake you. Oh, things are going to be so much better. You'll see. And you go, okay. And you listen to it, or they might apologize and you say, okay. And by the way, I have a whole video on, what does a narcissist mean when they apologize, which you should definitely check that out. It's like they're faux apologies. And then you listen to these apologies and you say, okay, and you stay through that, so then they assume after a while that they have you, that you're going to listen to it, that they have this control over you, almost like a Svengali or something, that you will continue to listen to them, to be controlled by them, that at some point, even though you'll get mad, that you'll be unhappy, that they can yo-yo their way back into their web, back into their lair, getting you to believe them again, or that they can guilt you there, or harass you there, or scare you there, or control you there, or whatever it is that they need to do to scoop you back in to their web of control, because they've been able to do it before. So they just assume that they're going to be able to do it again. And that's why they don't believe that you'll ever leave, because they've been able to keep you into that web of control thus far. So I just want you to put in the comments right now, I'm strong, because you are strong. And I've said this many, many times before. It's definitely worth repeating. The narcissist is definitely way more afraid of you than you are of them. You are the stronger one. They did not attach themselves to you because you had so little value. They attached themselves to you because you have so much. That's why they need you. They need you way more than you need them. They've made you believe that otherwise. That's the big trick. That's the big paradox. That's the funny thing about it. That's the irony about it. They don't want you to ever figure that out, but that's the truth of it. Okay. They think if they have a big enough tantrum that, you're going to give in. But, at some point you can look at them having that tantrum and say, you know what? I'm not moved by your tantrum anymore. And I want my life back. So no thanks. And you can't use my emotions to control me anymore. And I'm done with this. I'm done. And that's what ended up happening with me in my business relationship. And that's what ends up happening with everybody in these relationships. And that's what's going to end up happening with you too. And it's time for you to take your life back and be done with this web of toxicity. The way you start is right now saying, I'm done, I'm strong, and subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. They only win if you give in, right? And you can definitely do this. All right. So I will definitely see all of you guys in the next video. Just keep on keeping on. And remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life, because you definitely got this. Do not give in. You can slay this. All right. Prove them wrong. Okay. See you guys in the next video.